Hello, fellow true crimers. It is Crime with Ashley here, and I am back with another case. This case is gonna be crazy, but before I get into it, I actually have a few things to say. So, number one, a good thing, we are up to 59 subscribers. You guys, we are just growing right along. We're going. But I also have something not so nice to say, and it's that I don't mean any disrespect at all when I do these cases. I'm still learning. It takes a lot of work to do these cases, a lot of research, a lot of time to film, a lot of time to edit. And I'm also talking about stuff that's kind of hard to talk about, and I'm trying to put that information out there. So if I'm like making jokes or trying to lighten my video up with like a smirk here and there, I'm sorry. I'm not the greatest most serious YouTuber out there, so just bear that in mind. If you don't like that, if you want somebody that's very serious all the time, I'm not the YouTuber for you. I'd love for you to stick around and watch my channel though, but I'm just saying I want that out there because I just received some feedback that I wanted to acknowledge. So there's that. I also have one more thing to say as well. We're only gonna have one video this week. I know. But we're only going to have one video this week because I'm actually moving to a much bigger house, and you really don't know how much stuff you have until you're trying to pack it up and move. So I've been going a little bit crazy. I've been really busy, but I really, really wanted to do at least one video this week because I said two videos every week and I'm just lying all the time. So I wanted to do at least one. But after I move, I'm gonna have obviously a new background and everything like that. I'm gonna have a studio. I'm excited, you guys, and I can't wait to share that with you. But I wanted to go ahead and make that announcement so that you subscribers that actually really like my content and look for my videos aren't like, didn't she say she was gonna do two videos? Because I only see one. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay, that is enough of my rambling. Oh, sorry about the watermark, by the way. It's always in the description bar that I'm sorry, but it's up here, and yeah. But anyway, enough of my rambling, and we are going to go ahead and get into the case. Okay, so the case today is about the Copper Dollar Ranch murders, and it's a double homicide involving two very young victims. Well, not very young, but young. 20-year-old Stephen Fisher and 17-year-old Melissa Gregory were found on March 3rd, 1983, about 7:55 a.m., bludgeoned to death. And it was so gruesome that they thought that they'd actually been shot at first because their heads were actually caved in. They were beaten so badly. Very gruesome murder, still unsolved to this day, and it's been 31 years. It's literally been 37 years to this day, but I said 31 because that's what all the articles were saying when I was reading. So it's actually been 37 years since this murder, and it's still technically unsolved, even though there has been an arrest in the case and there was a suspect this whole time. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so the Copper Dollar Ranch was in Newton, Iowa. It's been shut down since. I'm not sure if it was because of the murders or because of something else, but there wasn't really any news about the Copper Dollar Ranch after the murders. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be bad for publicity. Anyway, so Newton, Iowa. And this happened in 1983, and it happened to a couple, like I said, Stephen and Melissa. Now, the suspect in this case was actually Stephen's wife, Teresa Fisher, or Teresa Supino. And she didn't get charged for any of this until March 3rd, 2014. So there's the 31 years that I was talking about. That's when she finally got charged with their murder and was found not guilty because they were discovered at 7:55 a.m. by a coworker. And she had discovered Stephen just outside his trailer. It looked like he'd been ambushed by somebody as he was coming out. And then they found Melissa inside the trailer, and the scene was horrible. Due to the brutality of both murders, there was only two options that it could be because there's a little bit of things going on at the Copper Dollar Ranch. So Steven was actually a drug informant for the cops as well as a drug runner for the owner of the ranch. and he did drug runs to Florida quite often, and it was known by that. It was known by a lot of people that he did. So there was the fact that somebody could have been angry at Steven and retaliated for him being an informant, or somebody could have been mad at the owner and just went to go kill the kid that lived on his ranch that did the runs for him, and Melissa just happened to be there. Or option number two that I've already mentioned is his estranged wife, Teresa, because Steven was having both cakes and eating it too because he was telling Teresa that they were going to get back together. And she actually showed up that night to talk to him and to go look for apartments with him with her twin brother, Tim Sapino. So her brother was there. And I don't know how he would have felt about his twin sister's dude there with a whole nother girl. Ooh. I don't know how he would have felt about his twin sister's boyfriend there with a whole nother girl, but apparently the family didn't want them together, and there's also been quite a few violent encounters at this point. Okay, so I did my best to kind of look into both options. The drug running for Hal Snedeker, uh, I'm hoping I say his last name right, Snedeker, Hal Snedeker, the owner of the ranch. Looking into that, seeing if maybe Steven, like I said, had made somebody mad or done something to Hal, because apparently Steven was quote unquote a little puke, according to friends of Melissa Gregory. According to his family, obviously, he was wild and fun and crazy and full of life, which I'm sure he was. But according to Melissa's friends, he was also very, very into illegal activity, very very bad influence for Melissa, and nobody can understand why such a sweet, happy, loving girl that everybody, and I do mean everybody, says they loved her. Nobody knew anybody that didn't like Melissa, but a lot of people didn't like Steven. But they couldn't figure out why Melissa was wasting her time on somebody like Steven, somebody that was basically just a criminal. Like that's basically what they were saying, is he was just a criminal, and that's probably why he got murdered. Or it could be the estranged wife and her brother, because there was two people bludgeoned to death. I don't think that just one person could have done this. Because as they were beating Stephen outside the trailer, wouldn't Melissa have heard something and like tried to escape or run away or something? She was found inside the trailer bludgeoned to death. So, I mean, it could have been two people. It could have been, it couldn't have even been Teresa and her brother, maybe. But I feel like it definitely had to be more than one person doing it. But all the investigations that were done, nobody could ever determine if it was drug related, and the only sort of evidence that they had, which was circumstantial evidence with Teresa being there, was against Teresa Sapino. And then 31 years after the case happened, 31 years to the day, March 3rd, 2014, Teresa Sapino was arrested. But she was found not guilty just 6 hours into deliberations by the jury, because there was no physical evidence. It was all just, oh, well, he was basically cheating on her. She had to do it. That's basically what they were saying. They were grasping at straws. So Teresa Sapino filed a lawsuit for defamation of character against the prosecutors and lost. She lost, you guys. I shouldn't laugh. This case is crazy. I I'm hoping I kind of got what I needed to say in there, but I just find it crazy that 31 years after this happened, they're gonna arrest her for nothing. And then when I feel rightfully had a lawsuit, she didn't get it because the judge just didn't feel like they defamed her character. But either way, that's pretty much it, you guys. Though that's pretty much what happened. They still haven't found any other suspects. They haven't found any other evidence. Nobody knows what happened to Stephen and Melissa, and it's really sad because there's not a lot of about this case actually out there. I was really trying to find as much as I could. I actually ended up watching cars driving by. I actually ended up watching an episode of Cold Justice. Love that show. But that was pretty much where a lot of my research has come from, because there wasn't even a whole lot of articles that told me different things. And I mean, this did happen in March of 1981. So there really isn't a lot from back then. You know, there's no social media, no cell phones back then, so I did my best. But let me know down below what you guys think. If you think that it was Hal Snedeker's involvement with drugs, or if Terry and her brother Tim really did do it. Because, I mean, they were found, well, she was found not guilty, but you never know. It wasn't in 1981. And I mean, if my man was doing that, I can't lie, I probably would get really mad too. I don't think I would kill him, but I'd probably get really mad. So, who knows? All right, so just like always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that I did the case some justice. I tried my best. I'm trying to do cases that aren't really covered as a lot, so it's really hard to research them. So just bear with me. I would absolutely love it though if any of you guys had any cases that you wanted me to cover. I would love doing it. It would help me out with my research so much because I just spend so much time just trying to find a case to do that hasn't been done to death or just that I think you might be interested in. So it would help me out a lot. Also, my Twitter and my Instagram are listed below if you'd like to go follow me because we're up to 14 subscribers on Twitter and 90 subscribers on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to me on all my platforms. If you do, thank you for subscribing on here. Thank you for clicking on my video. Just thank you so much for everything that you guys do. You have no idea how happy I am that I'm doing YouTube and that I have people that love to see me and support me, and it just makes me so, so happy. So thank you so much. Don't forget to give me feedback, and I love you guys so, so much. Bye!